Hey everyone, so this is going to be a little overview of our next 4 weeks of training. So structure is going to be similar to what we saw last semester. Everything you guys see in this program is going to be stuff you guys have done before. To start off, for the first 4 weeks, we're going to be looking at going back into more general movements, so higher rep schemes, and then focusing more so on technique, as a lot of you probably won't have been doing many of these lifts, such as the trap bars, the landmine stuff. So as we go through this, you guys might see things such as RIR. So here you can see that means reps in reserve. And then also other things such as tempos, which we implemented at the start of last semester. So just pay attention when you guys open up your lift cards. If you guys see in the instructions that you see an RIR or a tempo, make sure just to follow that through the lift. So looking at day one, which is going to be Monday for lots of you, and then also Tuesday for some of you. So our first movement is going to be our trap bar. So here's our first example of RIR. So here we want to be at 3 reps in reserve. So for instance, when I finish my 10 reps, I don't want to be completely gassed, so I don't want to be failing on my last rep. I want to make sure that I also have 3 reps in reserve, so I will be able to do 3 more reps after those 10 reps are done. All right, so just making sure we're actually paying attention to what we're doing in the lift, and we're not gassing ourselves, especially in the first 2 weeks. After that, we have front plank with reach, which we've done before, so 10 reps on each side. The next movement is a front foot elevated split squats. This one you see here, we're just going to be going off one block. So that front foot's going to be on top of that. Make sure the heel is on the block, so we're not going heel floating. So the whole foot's on the front block. Another big thing here, so we're going to be going not as much weight on the split squats to start off. So we're going to have a high tempo, so a 4-1-0. So the 4 is going to be the eccentric movement. So as you guys start at the top, we're going to be going for 4 seconds on the way down, okay, with a pause. So that's what the 1 means. And then fast on the way up, so that's what the 0 means. All right, and also this one, we want to make sure that we're pushing that knee over the toe, okay, making sure we get into dorsiflexion of the ankle, okay, and really trying to keep that heel on the block at the same time, so we're not coming up on our toes while we push our knee over the toes. So we have 10 on each side. So as you guys can see here, there are lots of reps. So that's just going to mean you guys are going to have to go lower in weight. Also with that tempo, it's going to make it harder. And then our corrective for this block is going to be an adductor with hip extension. So same as adductor rocks, except your hands are going to be on your hips. So just making sure we're squeezing our glutes and pushing our hips forward at the top of the adductor rock. So 10 on each side. Next is going to be in the rack. So then we have our landmine press. So we did this last phase. So making sure that we get a triple extension. We also see a 3 reps in reserve here, so we're not gassing ourselves after the 10 reps. So a slight hinge to start the movement off, and then we're focusing on power through the bar. Okay, so pushing our hands over our head, making sure our head shoots through our arms at the top. Okay, and then we're pairing that up with a bird dog row. Okay, so 10 on each side. Hamstring bridge. Okay, so as you guys can see here in this little video or picture, the guy's heels are on the ground. So for the full 30 seconds, you're pulling your heels towards your shoulders. Okay, so you guys should feel your calves and hamstring activate throughout those whole 30 seconds. So you can think about it like an iso hold plank. We're pulling our elbows towards our feet. Okay, so same kind of movement. And then our corrective on this one is going to be a deep squat with T-spine. So we're getting in the deep squat. Okay, and then we're opening up to one side and getting that T-spine stretch for 10 on each side. So that's going to be what our day 1 looks like. Moving on to day 2. So our first lift for day 2 is going to be in the racks. So our front squat. So same as at the start of last semester, we have our tempo of 3-1-0. So on the way down, we want to be nice and slow and controlled in the eccentric phase of the lift. Okay, we're pausing, making sure our hips in the right position, making sure our chest isn't falling forward. Okay, and then we're going to be fast on the way up for 10 reps. Okay, same idea here with the reps in reserve. We want to make sure that we're not gassed after those 10 reps. All right, so we should be able to do 13 reps. So we want to be picking a weight to where we would be able to do more reps after the 10. All right, we haven't had chin-ups in the program before, so we're going to start off with our eccentric chins. So really just making sure that we're going slow on the way down. Okay, so we want to be going 5 by 5 seconds. So 5 reps at 5 seconds for this one. And then we're going to be going banded dead bug. So making sure our spine is in a neutral position, so we're not getting hyperextended or hyperflexed. Okay, so making sure our back's flat against the ground, and then going slowly through movements. I know it's really easy to get carried away with the dead bug and going fast through it. So make sure that we're going slow. We're feeling our leg go all the way out. Our toes are pointing towards our face. Okay, we have we're going slow through the movement. And then the next one is going to be our quad and hip flexor stretch. So we're going to be going 5 deep breaths on that one. And then we're going to be moving into a Dumbbell Rdl on the platforms. So same idea with the tempo, 3-1-0. All right, so we're going to go in 3 seconds on the way down with a pause at the bottom. Okay, so we want to be going just below the knees. Anything more than that, we're going to be going into too much flexion at the hip. So we have 12 reps on each side. And then next we have a dumbbell lateral lunge. All right, so different from a dumbbell split squat, lateral split squat. So our feet are going to start side by side, and then we're going to step out to one side with a goblet style. So you guys can either hold a dumbbell or a kettlebell. A kettlebell might be more comfortable. And we'll be going 10 reps on each side. After that, we have Copenhagen Plank. Okay, we're going to start off with the knee and slowly progress to the foot. With this one, we want to make sure that we're squeezing our knee into the bench. Okay, that bottom leg is straight under the bench, and we're on our elbows, making sure we're in our line with our head, hip, and knee. All right, so 30 seconds on each side. And the last one for this day is going to be a 90-90 reach. All right, so we're going to get into our 90-90 stretch, and we're just going to reach in front for 30 seconds. Okay, focus on breathing. Every time you breathe out, try to get a little bit deeper if you have really tight hips. And we're going to be going for 30 seconds on each side. So the last day, I'll go fast through this one just because this is our team lift day, so I'll see you guys all together for this one. So same idea as last semester. We're going to show up at 6:45, and then we'll be in the gym for a good 15 minutes, and then we'll move into the weight room and then finish off with conditioning. I'm going to try to do some type of recovery at the end of each phase on this day, at the end of it, just to get you guys moving through some mobility stuff. Some things you guys normally wouldn't be exposed to. So same format, we have trap bar jumps, so 5 reps, and then we're moving into a half kneeling chop for 8 reps on each side, and then our moving into a waiter's carry for 45 seconds. So this will either be done in the gym, walking back and forth, or on the spot, so just doing our marches with the waiter's carry. And then we have our heel floating terminal knee extensions, so the bands on the back of the knee, making sure we're using a green band so we have enough tension. And the toe is on the plate, so using a 45-pound plate, and we're just we're flexing the knee and then extending the knee. All right, and then this should all be in the same superset. I'll change that, but on the racks we're gonna have bench press. So same thing you guys see here, we have a 3-1-0. Okay, so making sure that we have making sure that the weight's light enough to where we can actually achieve that tempo. All right, so 3 seconds on the eccentric phase with a pause at the chest and then exploding on the way up. All right, so we have 10 reps of that. And then we have lateral step ups. So we have 1 foot on the box, and then we're slowly coming down, touching the heel on the ground, and then coming back up with the goblet style, either kettlebell or dumbbell. And then we have a half kneeling single arm Pallet press, which I'll show you guys in the gym, followed by our favorite exercise, the isometric calf raise. We're going to be going on 2 feet, pushing our toes and balls of our feet into the ground for a full 60 seconds. And then we're going to be in our deep squat lat stretch, which we have seen before. All right, so as always, guys, take a look at this video. And if you guys have any questions about any exercises, look through the program on your own. Just message me, since I won't be with a lot of you guys on the Mondays and Tuesdays and Wednesdays or Fridays. I'll be with you on Thursdays so we can answer questions then. But before we get into the gym this week, make sure you guys know all the exercises. And also don't be afraid to ask other interns if you have any questions towards exercises or anything. All right, have a great day, guys.